100.7 WZLX, Boston's classic rock. You played drums on that, huh?
Yes, I did.
Wow, look at that.
But you know, that song's not finished.
What do you mean?
Just before the album was going to the pressing to be done in 76, there was a drum solo at the end. But Tom just erased a small piece of it when he was trying to do the mix.
You're kidding me, because that's a short song.
Yeah. And that drum solo was great, but we couldn't fix it because all the equipment had been removed from the studio back to L.A. John Boland had brought all these amazing mics, so we couldn't reduce the sound, so we had to cut it off. So if you notice, the way that ends, it doesn't quite end so perfectly like everything else on the album.
Jim?
Because it's missing the soul.
Jim Masdea is here, and he is the original drummer from the band Boston. He played drums on that song. Now, you know, growing up, all I ever saw was Sib as the with the big afro. Sib Ashian was always the drummer. You had Delp and Scholes and Barry Goodrow and Sib Ashian, but you're the original drummer from the band Boston. So in the beginning, it's you and Tom Scholes.
Barry Goodrow and then Brad Delp and various other bass players.
Like the Pete Best of Boston.
No, but you're trying. But in the beginning, so you're there in the late 60s.
69,
right?
We started, Tom and I in my basement.
Right. So you're trying to get a record deal, and like, what songs were on your demo?
The first demo we did, actually, the only song that really survived was "Hitch a Ride."
Great song,
amazing song. 71 that we did our first demo, and every record label wanted to buy that song. They didn't want to sign us, but they wanted that tune. And then we just kept working year after year, doing more demos, and as the songs all developed.
So how are you left out of the big debut in 1976, right? Mm-hmm. When that album, Boston, came out. How are you not a major...
17 million copies.
Okay, so how are you...
Let's rub that in.
No, no, but how does it...
I'm just saying.
So what happened? You're the original drummer for the band Boston, okay? 1976, this huge-ass album comes out, and what happened?
I just watched. It's history.
I know, but I want the dirt on it.
Well, better than the dirt. Basically,
no.
Sid Hashian is the drummer of Boston. I'm the drummer of Tri-Mount. I refer to the 69 to 76, Tom, Brad, and I.
I want to know what. I want to know what.
He's saying it was a different band.
Not a different band. It's just the three of us, we did all the demo work. So I refer to that as Tri-Mount. The only Boston song on the first album is Take You Home Tonight, because Brad wrote that himself separately with other people, brought it in just at the end. But all the other music came out of Tom, myself, and Brad, and Barry working in my basement.
So why were you not in the band?
At the time, we started to get ready. In 75, we had put out the first 4 demo songs.
Yeah.
And Charlie McKenzie heard it, sent it to Paul Ahern. Paul Ahern signed Tom to a writer's deal, and we started putting a band together. It was just Tom, me, and Brad doing all the recordings, so then we brought Barry and Francine in.
Why would you?
We became the band. We were going to do all the showcases for the record labels.
Okay.
But Tom didn't
Be honest, what happened here?
Tom just didn't feel I was a good road drummer.
Okay, then
I'm an excellent writer. I'm an excellent creative guy. I can improvise better than anyone.
He didn't want you in the band.
But he just didn't want, he wanted someone who would be a good road guy.
What does that mean?
You mean like a difference between a studio guy and a stage guy?
Somewhat.
What's the difference?
Okay.
Well, Sib.
He
get out there and he played 2 Bs.
You're saying he's a presence.
So when I was
like
a
a
presence,
performer.
just
Was he a better drummer? Was Sib a better drummer than you?
No, different. You know, each drummer has a special ability. Each drummer has a style of
That must
playing.
have crushed you, though.
No, I wrote that stuff.
Honest.
I created it, and I saw what happened.
Yeah,
and I've lived a special life because the music has touched the world.
Oh, it still has to hurt. You're like the Pete Best.
I lived in China for a decade. In 2 years, I had a bar and a club. People came by from every country on the planet because they heard I was there. So I didn't get the money. That's the only thing I didn't get.
Was the
I didn't get the money.
You didn't get the money. That's a lot only.
Well, yes and no. My life has been special. My life
You've convinced yourself that it's that way.
Well, no.
And I applaud you for that. And I'm being serious about that because that would have crushed me. Okay.
Can I ask
that
a
band was
question real
huge.
quick? Was it a talk or was it a series of discussions that led to that? Like, were you sat down?
Rehearsal. We went to rehearsal one day. Tom asked me, "Hey, Jim."
Tom Scholl.
Yeah. You got to promise me just to play drums for the next 3 years. because I had bought a baby grand piano and I was playing every day, and I
Keyboards,
you know, but he wanted me just to play drums. I said, Tom, I can't say that. I love playing keyboard. It makes me a better drummer.
I'm a musician.
Then we had the rehearsal. We had a rehearsal. We recorded it. The next rehearsal, I show up, and they say, you know what? We're going to let you go. You made some mistakes on the recording.
Oh, my God.
And your drums are dirty.
You're kidding me.
And so...
That would have crushed you.
Did
you go slash his tires?
No, I didn't know. I was 5 years younger. I was kind of naive, and I just figured it would all work out in the
Tom
end.
Scholes, he really was pulling the strings on everything, wasn't he?
Well, Tom is boss. Tom is the guy. He plays drum. Now he does, but he plays bass, guitar, and keyboard. He was the engineer, the producer.
So how did Sib treat you then?
We were not great friends, but we knew each other.
Sib died, of course, last year.
Unfortunately, it was a great loss. And like I said, Sib is the true drummer of Boston. I'm Trimount. The first album is my energy.
You were the original drummer from
then on, the second album, now you're hearing Sib's influence more than me.
Would it have been different? Quick question. Would it have been different if you were a major player on that 76 album and then the next album you were let go? That would have made a difference,
You mean in his mind, in your mind.
Well,
that would have been disappointing. But as it is...
In a way, yeah, because I would have had all the fame. Everyone would know me. And then I would have been embarrassed.
That made it a little easier, I think.
So not being known by everyone for a while helped in that way.
That's a good question because that would have really sucked, right?
When I do my show, it blows you away because I'm playing to the tracks.
All right, so
Tom and Brad and me, but I'm improvising with Tom and Brad's vocals and soloing on guitar. That wasn't there when a drummer does the tracks originally. He's the first guy. He plays it.
Yep.
So you got to be real careful and clean so that everybody else can do their parts. Now when I'm playing, it's all there. It's amazing. It's like I'm jamming with Brad
I like
on
your energy.
4-play long time. At the end, Brad does this amazing scat stuff. I'm jamming with it. I'm not playing what was on the album. It's what I play.
Yeah, right.
And I'm jamming with that. It's like we're in the room together. And it's
I like your attitude.
Honestly,
mine would have been
amazing man.
Right.
Amazing man.
Jim Masdea is here, and so Trimont before Boston. You're at Ralph's Rock Diner in Worcester. You'll be playing Sunday night. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So if you need
First
tickets,
of many shows. Yeah,
Okay,
you can go
so-
on to Ralph's website. They have everything.
Pack that house.
Yeah,
That's a great
Seriously.
show.
It's nice to meet you.
Same here,
And,
guys.
You're
like I
super
said,
cool.
Well, I've always thought Sib was the guy, and then I hear that you were the original. You were the guy that you hung with Scholes and Gaudreau and Delp, and you were there originally, and then of course you got fired.
Yeah. Well, again, Sib is the drummer of Boston.
know, but
I'm the drummer of
I'm
Trimount.
angry about it.
69 to 76, there was no Boston.
I know. I can't get over it.
That's okay.
It's for me. It'll ruin my weekend.
No, you're going to hear.
Don't let it.
This is the beginning. I'm going to be doing a lot of shows, and I'm going to redo the first album,
like
just
it, Jim.
replace the drum tracks.
Beautiful.
Okay. I love that.
I look forward to that.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
go see.
I wish you could
Thank
say
you
the
so
same
much.
for you,
I
Kevin.
think
Nobody ever does.
No, he asked questions. You just wanted to rub in how awful his life has been.
So now, wait a minute. I know there was another station we used to work at, but they let you go.
Yeah. Hey,
all right.